today we're going to talk about telescopes. The telescope first appeared in the Netherlands in 1608. It consisted of a convex and concave lens in a tube. The combination magnified objects 3 or 4 times. Most people use these glasses to see objects on land, such as approaching ships, but a few scientists began pointing them at the sky, including Galileo Galilei. While Galileo Galilei did not invent the telescope, he did design and build telescopes with increasingly higher power. Like the Dutch glasses, Galileo's refracting telescopes used lenses to bend or refract light. The telescopes was fairly simple to make. Galileo, however, faced difficulties finding clear glass for his lenses. The glass was full of little bubbles and had a greenish tinge caused by the presence of impurities. This was a problem that troubled telescope makers for centuries. The images of stars were blurry and surrounded by color halos. Despite these difficulties, Galileo made many amazing and important discoveries, including the largest moons orbiting Jupiter, Ganymede, Io, Callisto, and Europa. Galileo himself continued to improve his devices until they were over 4 feet long and could magnify up to 30 times. From the typical Galilean telescope of 5 or 6 feet in length, telescope grew to lengths of 15 or 20 feet by the middle of the 17th century. While the magnification did improve, they were too large to be practical, shook in the slightest breeze, and still had issues with glass clarity. However, other telescope designs offered a way to avoid some of the defects that could not be avoided in refractor lenses. In 1668, Isaac Newton devised a reflecting telescope instead of a lens. It used a singular curved main mirror together with a smaller flat mirror. Reflecting and refracting telescopes continued to be improved for several centuries as glass and mirror crafting improved. These improved telescopes allowed astronomers to look deeper and deeper into the universe, discovering more planets and other objects, but the next big leap forward came from the discovery of other wavelengths, including radio waves, infrared, and even gravitational waves. After World War II ended, astronomers and astrophysicists took advantage of a powerful array of new tools and technologies. For the first time, astronomers began to make detailed and comprehensive studies of the sky and wavelengths other than visible light. At the same time, they began to use rockets to lift their instruments far above the Earth's surface. Earth's atmosphere causes distortion and interference in signals from outer space, so the ability to leave our atmosphere greatly increases our ability to detect distant objects. When I promised you all a video on telescopes, I didn't know one of our greatest space telescopes was going to shut down. On June 13th, 2021, the Hubble Space Telescope stopped operating due to a computer problem. Luckily, by July 17th, Hubble was successfully switched to a backup computer and is operational again for now. Hubble has been operating for over 30 years and has produced an incredible amount of data and images in that time span. It has been an important tool in our quest to learn more about the universe. However, we are going to launch an even better telescope hopefully in November of 2021. The James Webb Space Telescope is 100 times more powerful than Hubble. It will stay at a fixed point 1.5 million kilometers from Earth, orbiting the Sun. Webb will observe primarily in the infrared and have 4 science instruments to capture images of distant objects. Stars and planets that are just forming are hidden behind clouds of dust that absorb visible light. However, infrared light emitted by these regions can penetrate these dust clouds and reveal what is inside, or even past the clouds. I can't wait to see what the future holds for the James Webb Space Telescope. Thank you for watching Space Time with Daniel. I hope you enjoyed this overview of telescopes. My next video will be an update on our Mars rover Perseverance and its copter Ingenuity.